What's up guys, I'm Foxley and this was my first ever CSGO Overwatch. As you can see, only Gold Nova Master. This video is pretty old, so I'm actually MG2 now, but still I definitely don't know everything. So just comment in the comment section if you think I missed something or did something wrong. Or don't, it's your life. I think it was a pretty difficult first Overwatch in my opinion. But I also think I made the right decision in the end. I'll be explaining why I made the decision I made. And straight off the bat, the suspect goes short and starts B-hopping and lands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hops in a row. Okay, this is really odd. The reason I say it's odd is not because he lands 6 hops in a row, it's definitely possible. But for you to land 6 hops in a row, you would either have to be very lucky or you'd have to be a very experienced B-hopper, and it doesn't seem like he's a very experienced B-hopper because he's not B-hopping on the ledge and he's also not strafing mid-air, and that's what an experienced B-hopper would do. First guy rushes up short, the suspect gets 2 headshots. It's possible without wall hacks because he did hear the guy running up. Good shot. Not necessarily hacks, but it could be. Second guy, exactly the same thing happens. Again, the suspect did hear the guy, so it makes sense. Let's see what happens with the third guy. Okay, this one's a bit stranger because look at where the suspect's crosshair placement is when Hatchet is running, and look where the suspect's crosshair placement goes as soon as Hatchet starts walking. It goes towards Hatchet. The reason that's strange is the suspect knew exactly when the Hatchet started walking. You can definitely hear it with sound, so it's still possible, but he also didn't leave any space for human reaction with his crosshair placement. Whale was just trying to prove the suspect worthy to yield the AWP by trying to no-scope him 4 times, and he was proven worthy at the end, so a bit of good news for the suspect. Bad news is the suspect is B-hopping again. At this stage I'm pretty certain it's a macro in his mouse, or raise a sign up, something like that. It's definitely, or I think I think it's not scripts, because if it was scripts he'd be strafing mid-air, and he's not strafing mid-air, so it's probably just a macro that spams the jump button. He doesn't check lowers really, he doesn't check top, mid, right, or left, he only checks T-spawn, where there happens to be a terrorist for him to kill. Further in this round, the suspect just goes back to short, and then he goes long again. And one more strange thing happens. Look at where the last terrorist is. The last terrorist is here, and his teammates know he's in long, but they don't know exactly where in long he is. But the suspect seems like he knows exactly where he is. The reason I say this is because he is just staring at a door with his knife. I don't know why I said knife like that, but I did. It's just strange because he knew the last terrorist wasn't going to rush back through long doors, even though there was more than enough time. This round the suspect goes long, he purchased an no, he didn't purchase it this round. Okay. He throws a nade into long doors. It could be to try and fake out the Overwatch, it could be because he thought that maybe there's a terrorist in long doors. I can't really draw too many conclusions off of that. Throws a flash, standard flash, and another standard flash. He peeks, lowers, and gets absolutely wrecked. It's also strange he threw a flashbang for mid, and then peeked lowers. Don't know why you would do that. This round, he peeks long doors with a flashbang. He didn't at all check it with his AWP first. So that's strange, definitely seems like he knows no one in the enemy team is rushing long. Also, you usually wouldn't rush long doors with an AWP and a flashbang in your hand, especially if you see where the bomb is and where his teammates are. His teammates definitely couldn't have called that the entire enemy team is rushing B yet the suspect seems very certain that there's nothing in long doors, or close left, or close right. It's just strange. Usually it would be considered a very risky play and you wouldn't do this, but the suspect seems very certain of himself in this case. He only checks T-spawn, where there happens to be a terrorist for him to kill. A terrorist. The suspect goes long again this round, and notice how he does not push long doors this round, as he did previous round, but the enemy teams do push long doors this time. Coincidence? I think not. He gets a couple of kills, tags another guy. Pretty standard kills mostly this round. But later on in the round something strange does happen. He gets a kill here, that's not the strange thing. But what is very weird is what happens next. Daisy grabs the bomb. The suspect smokes long doors and decides to spam Daisy through the smoke. Yeah, I don't feel like I really have to explain why this is weird, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. Daisy, usually it would be beneficial for him if the suspect smoked long doors, because that would give Daisy space to get back to shorts or do whatever and just take the bomb with him. But in this case the suspect was planning on smoking long doors so that he can spam Daisy through the smoke, and he landed 4 shots with the USPS through the smoke onto Daisy. It's just strange how I don't see how you could ever plan to throw a smoke and then purposely hit a guy 4 times through the smoke if you don't have wall hacks. But who knows. He B-ops again, and he's gonna check lowers. Doesn't check mid at all. This round, nothing strange really happens. I'm just gonna skip ahead here. He gets a couple of kills, but it's all kills that's possible with or without wall hacks. He loses the round in the end anyway. This round, something strange does happen though. Look at how quick the suspect starts backing. It seems like he has more info than his teammates, because his teammates were still pushing and when the suspect was backing, getting back. Okay, and the suspect, I'm just gonna skip ahead a bit here. Okay, no, maybe not. It's pretty close now. Okay, if you heard the last terrorist has the bomb and you hear him somewhere in this vicinity, last time you heard him he was backing into long doors, where would you pre-scope? I think I'd pre-scope the crack, or maybe the corner or blue box or something. But the suspect pre-scopes the middle of nowhere. Like literally. I don't understand why you'd pre-scope there, but he did. So it's strange. He might have heard that the guy is turning around, or he might have heard that the guy... Doesn't make sense to me. No, you know, obviously you can hear it with sound. It's just still such a strange and risky play if it's legit. This round, the suspect, I think is gonna watch long this round. Okay, he gets a couple of kills here, but it's all, again, possible with or without wall hacks. So I can't draw any conclusions of what I've seen so far this round. But if I skip ahead quite a bit... Okay, I'm just gonna stop it here, or keep playing it here. He peeks pit, sees that there's a guy at the very left side of pit, and then he tries to peek the guy again, but the terrorist is having none of it. Okay, this is what's odd. Yes, he saw the guy in pit, that's fine. But this person over here is creeping up towards the suspect. He started walking here, and he's slowly creeping alongside the wall. So the suspect definitely shouldn't be hearing this guy, and it definitely shouldn't be pre-scoping him, because he shouldn't have heard him. Yet that happens. He loses the fight, but the fact that he's pre-scoping there is definitely strange, because he shouldn't have known there's someone there. So I'd say vision assistance evident beyond reasonable doubt. External for his bunny up thing going on. No griefing, no aim assistance. And thanks a lot, guys. That was my first Overwatch. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'm out.